If you want to know if your daughter on a ventilator with a tracheostomy and cancer can go home on a ventilator with intensive care at home, stay tuned. I will answer that question for you today. My name is Patrick Hutzel from intensivecareathome.com, where we provide tailor-made solutions for long-term ventilated adults and children with tracheostomies at home, and where we also provide tailor-made solutions for hospitals and intensive care units, whilst providing quality care for long-term ventilated adults and children with tracheostomies at home, and also otherwise medically complex adults and children at home, including home BiPAP, home CPAP, home tracheostomy care when adults and children are not ventilated, also home TPN. We also provide IV potassium, IV magnesium infusions at home, as well as IV antibiotic infusions at home. We also provide port management, central line management, PICC line management, Hickman's line management, as well as palliative care services at home, which includes ventilation weaning at home as well. So yesterday I was actually talking to a lady who has her 30-year-old daughter in ICU with a midline glioma and a lesion in her cervical spine. The inflammation from the lesion is causing her needing to be ventilated. Her diaphragm is partly paralyzed, which makes it very difficult for her to trigger any spontaneous breaths. She also had multiple aspiration pneumonias as part of her ICU stay. The tumor is now stable, but apparently inoperable. And she's had a tracheostomy and she's had a PEG tube. The ventilator settings are that she's in SIMV mode with a rate of 16 breaths per minute. Apparently she's not breathing on top of that. She's on a PEEP of 10. She is on room air, 21% of oxygen. And she's also on a cough assist machine. And the mother is asking if we can take this lady home, this young lady home. And I said, yes, of course we can. You know, it just goes to show that we are well prepared for the complexities of long-term intensive care, because clearly if it wasn't for our service, you know, those patients would be stuck in ICU long-term. And she's also saying, obviously, that her daughter is not living a good life in ICU. She is depressed. She has no quality of life. She can't wait to go home and take her home as quickly as possible, you know. And that's what we do at Intensive Care at Home. Pretty much all of our clients, with very, very few rare exceptions, have community access, even in situations like that. You know, we take them out. We're not confining them to an ICU bed. We are looking at, okay, what quality of life can we provide for our clients at home? And, you know, in 99% of cases, that also includes community access. You know, they can live their lives, go out, you know, assuming everything is set up correctly, you know, with hospital beds, wheelchairs, you know, hoists or lifting machines, suction machines, ventilators, monitors, you know, everything needs to be there, of course, all the emergency equipment. And more importantly, you know, in order to make a transition safe to a home care environment, a team of 24-hour critical care nurses is needed, similar to what your daughter is getting right now in hospital. Obviously, the funding needs to be set up, you know, but once again, an ICU bed costs $5,000 to $6,000 per bed day, and intensive care at home approximately costs 50% of that. That in and of itself is a win-win situation. But ICUs desperately need their ICU beds, right? Because there's a high demand on ICU beds worldwide. So once again, that's also a win-win situation. And the quality of life for your daughter and for yourself will be improved dramatically by going home. Once again, that is also a win-win situation. Everyone is winning with intensive care at home, assuming they are the right patient and has the right needs for our service, you know. Also, the other thing that I did mention to this lady is that with the diaphragm partly paralyzed, there might be a chance of a diaphragm pacer. Obviously need to check that with the relevant specialist, with a neurosurgeon. Whether a diaphragm pacer is a possibility, because with a diaphragm pacer, ventilated adults and children with tracheostomies can sometimes have time off the ventilator, and the diaphragm pacer is doing the ventilation for them. So just some thoughts here. I hope that's very helpful for you and shows once again what we are able to do with intensive care at home. We're changing the paradigm and have been doing so since 2012. I've worked with intensive care at home since 2001, where I was part of setting up intensive care at home in Germany in the early days, and then uprooted it to Australia in 2012. And we've been successfully operating with intensive care at home in Australia since 2012. So that brings me to, we are operating currently all around Australia, in all major capital cities, and in all major, or in all regional and rural areas. We are an NDIS approved service provider all around Australia. We are a TAC approved service provider in Victoria, as well as WorkSafe in Victoria. We are iCare approved in New South Wales, as well as NIISQ approved in Queensland. We are also a DVA approved service provider all around Australia. We have also received funding through public hospitals, departments of health, as well as through private health funds. So reach out to us if you need help, or if you're at home already and you're going back to hospital or to ICU all the time because you don't have the right level of support. Please reach out to us, or you don't have the right level of funding. You know, a lot of patients go home without the right level of funding. They don't even know what's possible for them, what's accessible for them. You know, I mean, we've been advocating successfully for our clients from day one. Otherwise, we wouldn't be running this service. We are also providing level 2 and level 3 NDIS support coordination. And if you need help with access to the NDIS, or if you need help with an upgrade of your NDIS plan for nursing care, if you need an upgrade of your plan with a change of circumstances, or potentially an AAT review, please reach out to us. We have the expertise in-house. We're also providing NDIS specialist nursing assessments. And if you are an NDIS support coordinator from another organization and you need nursing care for your NDIS participants or for any other funded client, we want to hear from you. If you need an NDIS or a specialist nursing assessment, please reach out to us. We can help you. We can also help you with the advocacy for nursing care. Once again, we have done that successfully many, many times. We are also sending our critical care nurses into people's homes to avoid emergency department admissions. We have done so successfully for the Western Sydney Local Area Health District for the In Touch program. So if your hospital needs to avoid bed blocks in emergency department and ICU, please reach out to us as well. And if you are a critical care nurse looking for a career change, we want to hear from you as well. If you've worked in critical care, ICU, pediatric ICU, ED for a minimum of 2 years, and you have ideally completed a postgraduate critical care nursing qualification, we want to hear from you. We currently have jobs in Melbourne, Sydney and Brisbane, Albury, Wodonga on the New South Wales Victorian border, in Bendigo in Victoria, as well as in the Warragul area in country Victoria. We are looking for critical care nurses that want to work with us regularly, that want to work with our clients regularly, because we have a tailor-made solution for our clients, and that includes regular staff and regular team members, not people that want to come and go. We are not a nursing agency. We are a service provider with a tailor-made solution for our clients. And if you're an intensive care specialist or an ICU consultant, we also want to hear from you, as we are currently expanding our medical team. Please reach out to us. And if you're an ICU consultant and you have bed blocks in your ICU, you can reach out to us as well. We can help you eliminate your bed blocks in ICU, and you won't even pay for it. And more importantly, we can improve the quality of life or quality of end of life for your patients and families in ICU. And if you're a hospital executive watching this, we also want to hear from you, because once again, we can help you eliminate bed blocks in ICU, pediatric ICU and ED, and also on respiratory wards. Please reach out to us as well, once again, and your hospital won't even pay for it, especially with NDIS and private health funds, etc. Our website again is intensivecareathome.com. Call us on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or send us an email to info@intensivecareathome.com. And if you like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel for regular updates for families with intensive care at home and intensive care. Click the like button, click the notification bell. Comment below what you want to see next, what questions and insights you have from this video. Share the video with your friends and families. I also do a weekly YouTube live where I answer your questions live on a show, and you will get notified for that YouTube live stream if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, or if you subscribe to our email newsletter at intensivecarehome.com. Also, if you are in the US or in the UK watching this and you need help with intensive care at home, please reach out to us as well. We can help you there privately. Thank you so much for watching. This is Patrick Hutzel from intensivecareathome.com, and I will talk to you in a few days. Take care for now.